everyone, welcome to my channel all about biology, and this is Jyoti Verma. Today we are going to discuss about the second part of the tryptophan operon, that is the attenuation. In our previous video we have discussed about the regulation of the tryptophan operon basically by means of a repressor protein which was a tryptophan repressor. Now in this video we are going to discuss about the second level of regulation that will provide a more finer tuning to this regulation process, and that is called as the attenuation. So let's have a look how the things are going on. So the tryptophan operon basically consists of 5 structural genes which are mentioned as TRPE, TRPD, TRPC, TRPB and TRPA. Moving further, it consists of a TRPL region along with an attenuator site. So this TRPL region along with the attenuator site is very important for the process of attenuation. Next to it is a promoter and the operator site. The promoter is basically the site where the RNA polymerase can bind and it can start the process of transcription of these structural genes. An operator is basically the site where an active repressor can bind and it can inhibit the transcription of these structural genes. Moving further, it consists of a regulatory gene. A regulatory gene is basically a gene that encodes for a protein which is basically a repressor protein, as we have discussed earlier in our previous video. Now we are going to discuss about the second level of regulation, that is the attenuation. So attenuation is basically the process that involves the continuation or the inhibition of transcription as well as translation in response to the levels of tryptophan. So let's have a look how the changes are taking place in response to the levels of the tryptophan. So when the level of tryptophan is high, then the transcription of these genes will start, but within the TRPL region there is something happening due to which the transcription gets inhibited and we get a formation of a leader RNA, leader mRNA. Okay, what is happening in the TRPL region we will discuss on it in detail, but for the summary, when the tryptophan level is high, then in such a situation the transcription of these genes will not take place completely and the process of transcription gets somewhat inhibited near to the attenuator site in response to high tryptophan levels. Now, when the tryptophan level is low, then in such a situation what is happening that there is complete formation of the mRNA by the transcription of these genes. So whenever the level of tryptophan is low, then the transcription of these genes will take on completely. However, when the level of tryptophan is high, then there is something happening within this TRPL region due to which the process of transcription gets inhibited somewhat near to the attenuator site, and as a result of which translation cannot take place further. And I want to tell you one more thing, that within the prokaryotes, the process of transcription and translation will go on continuously. It means that the transcription of these genes is taking place and at the same time the translation of these genes is also taking place. So what is happening within this TRPL region in response to levels of the tryptophan, that is leading to the inhibition of the process of transcription. We are going to discuss about that, and that is basically the attenuation due to which the process of transcription gets interrupted somewhat near in the TRPL region. Okay, so now we are going to discuss in detail about the TRPL region, but you have to clearly focus it on that in this case the transcription and translation are going on at the same time. Okay, but for making it more simpler I have drawn the structure of RNA, but you have to focus it on that the process of transcription and the translation are going on at the same time. Okay. So, as the process of transcription is going on, there is formation of this leader RNA from the TRPL region. Meanwhile, the ribosome is also moving here and it is translating this leader RNA. Okay. So, this leader RNA basically consists of 4 regions which are mentioned as region 1, region 2, region 3 and region 4. And this leader RNA basically consists of a start codon and a stop codon. Codon, as you all know, that it is a trinucleotide sequence that encodes for a particular amino acid. Okay. So this start codon is AUG and here the stop codon is UAA, and in between them there are 14 codons present. That 14 codons will encode for 14 different amino acids. But the main important point here is that the codon number 10 and codon number 11 will encode for the amino acid tryptophan. That is very important for this attenuation process, and the codon for this tryptophan is UGG. Okay, so you have to clearly note it down that the codon number 10 and the codon number 11 of the region 1 will encode for tryptophan, and that is how the changes are taking place here in response to the levels of the tryptophan. Okay, we are going to discuss about that in detail, and I will show you the detailed picture of this whole leader RNA, including its codon and including its amino acid. So now we are going to study about the structure of the mRNA which is formed during the transcription process of the TRPL region. And as we have discussed earlier that this mRNA consists of basically 4 important regions which are mentioned as region 1, region 2, region 3 and region 4. Within the region 1 we have discussed that it consists of a start codon and a stop codon, and between these codons there are 14 codons present, out of which the codon number 10 and 11 is coding for the tryptophan. Okay, so that is very important point that within the region 1 there are 2 tryptophan encoding codons are present. Now these sequences number 1, 2, 3 and 4 have complementary sequencing within themselves. So they can pair up and they form a characteristic loop like structure. So whenever there is pairing between the region 2 and the region 3, there is formation of anti-terminator loop. However, when there is pairing between the region 3 and the region 4, there is formation of a terminator loop that leads to the termination of transcription near to this site. Okay, whenever there is formation of a terminator loop between the region 3 and the region 4, the process of transcription gets terminated near to this site, which is the site of transcription attenuation. Okay, so that is the detailed structure of the mRNA of the TRPL region. So the main important point here is that the 10th and the 11th codon within this region 1 encodes for the tryptophan, which is UGG. So this is very important point that you have to focus it on. Later on I want to tell you that these 4 regions consist of complementary sequences. Complementary sequences are those sequences that can pair up with each other and they can form a characteristic loop-like structure, and that loop-like structure is very important for the process of transcription to be continued or for the process of transcription to get inhibited. So the region 1 can pair up with region 2. Region 2 can pair up with region 1 and it can also pair up with region 3 to form a kind of loop like structure which is called as the anti-terminator loop. Okay, so whenever there is pairing between region 2 and region 3, there is formation of anti-terminator loop, and that loop will not cause any effect on the transcription process. However, this region 3 can pair up with region 2, which can form an anti-terminator loop, and this region 3 can also pair up with region number 4. And when region 3 and region 4 pair up with each other, they form a kind of loop like structure which is called as the terminator loop. Okay, you have to clearly focus it on. The region 3 and the region 4 will form a kind of terminator loop, and whenever there is pairing between the region 3 and the region 4, there is formation of a terminator loop, due to which the process of transcription gets inhibited in this case. So this is very important point that you have to focus it on, that the region 1 consists of tryptophan codon at the 10th and the 11th position. That is the first important point. And the second important point is that the pairing that is taking place between these regions. So whenever there is pairing taking place between the region 3 and the region 4, there is formation of a terminator loop, due to which the process of transcription gets inhibited. So you have to clearly focus it on these 2 points, and you can clearly understand the process of attenuation. Okay. So what is happening here, the formation of these loops, that is the anti-terminator loop which is formed between the region 2 and 3, and the terminator loop that is formed between the region 3 and 4, is dependent upon the level of tryptophan present in the cell. And now we are going to discuss in detail how the levels of the tryptophan is controlling the formation of these loop-like structures. But you have to clearly understand the concept of transcription. You have to clearly know about the process of translation. After that, you will be able to clearly understand what is happening there. Okay. So transcription is basically the process of formation of RNA from the DNA, in which RNA polymerase is moving towards the DNA and it is forming an RNA. However, in the case of translation, what is happening, a ribosome gets attached to the RNA, and that ribosome is moving forward, and when that ribosome reads the codons, the charged tRNA takes that amino acid from the cell and it gets attached to this ribosome. Okay, so that is the process of translation. So in this process of attenuation, the role of the charged tRNA is very important. The role of this region 1 is also very important, and we are going to discuss in detail about the levels of the tryptophan, how they are regulating the process of attenuation in this case. Okay, so now we are going to discuss that how the levels of tryptophan are regulating the overall process. Okay, so I have drawn both of the cases on the same board so that you can understand it better. So this is your DNA, and as the process of transcription and translation are going on at the same time, so you have to focus on it. Okay, so as the process of transcription of these genes is going on, the RNA polymerase is moving and it is forming this mRNA. Okay, so as this mRNA is formed, the ribosome starts reading this mRNA. Now when this ribosome is present near to this region 1, and as we have discussed earlier that the 10th and the 11th codon will encode for the tryptophan. Okay, so as the tryptophan level is high within the cell, so the charged tRNA will take tryptophan very easily from the cell, and ultimately that tRNA will come to that ribosome and it will attach that tryptophan within this region, leading to the formation of polypeptide. Okay, that is the translation process. So in this process, the tRNA, the charged tRNA will quickly come with the tryptophan, due to which the ribosome will move at the region 2. So there is no pausing in this process. The ribosome will quickly take up that tryptophan and it will quickly cover up that region 2, due to which the region 3 and the region 4 of the mRNA which are formed gets paired up and they will form a kind of terminator loop, as we have discussed earlier, that whenever there is pairing between the region 3 and the region 4, there is formation of a terminator loop, due to which the process of transcription gets inhibited. The RNA polymerase will dissociate from this region and ultimately the process of transcription gets terminated. So the main point here is that when the tryptophan levels are high, the charged tRNA will quickly carry that tryptophan, because there is a need of tryptophan in this region, as the 10th and the 11th codon will encode for the tryptophan. Okay, so during the process of translation, as the ribosome will read on this region, as there is need of tryptophan for this, so the charged tRNA will quickly come and it will provide the tryptophan, due to which the ribosome will quickly move towards the region 2. And ultimately, as the region 3 and 4 are free, so ultimately they will pair up and they will form a kind of terminator loop, due to which the process of transcription gets inhibited. However, coming to the second case, which is low tryptophan concentration. So when there is low concentration of tryptophan within the cell, then what will happen in such a case? As the ribosome will start reading the codons of the mRNA, and when it comes close to the 10th and the 11th codon, as there is need of tryptophan for this process, and as the concentration of tryptophan is very low, so the ribosome have to wait for some time here, and that process is called as the ribosome stalling, because the charged tRNA, because the tRNA is finding the tryptophan within the cell, and as the concentration of tryptophan is very low, so it will take some time, the tRNA will take some time to bring the tryptophan, and ultimately the ribosome will stall in this position in near to the region 1, as a result of which the region 2 and 3 are here free for pairing. So in this case, the region 2 and 3 will form a kind of loop like structure, which is called as the anti-terminator loop. And as we have discussed earlier, that this anti-terminator loop will not cause any inhibition of the transcription process. So ultimately the ribosome will cross out this anti-terminator loop very easily, and the process of transcription is continued. So whenever there is high concentration of the tryptophan, there is formation of a kind of terminator loop, due to which the process of transcription gets inhibited. And as there is formation of a terminator loop which is between the region 3 and the region 4, which comes under the attenuator, therefore that process is called as the attenuation process. However, when the concentration of tryptophan is low, then in such a situation there is formation of an anti-terminator loop, and in this process the transcription and the translation is continued. So the transcription and the translation of these genes will also take place when the concentration of tryptophan is low. So this process is basically a kind of translation mediated transcriptional attenuation, okay, because the process of translation is leading to the continuation or inhibition of the transcription. Therefore this process is also called as translation mediated transcriptional attenuation, okay, because the translation levels, the rate of translation is regulating or controlling the rate of transcription. Whether the transcription will take place or not is dependent upon the rate of translation. Okay, so that is all about the attenuation. If you like the video, just subscribe to my channel for further updates. Thank you so much.